Welcome to the Waterboy and Equipment Manager post-game pod. This is after game one. The Lakers just won by 150 points. Who cares? We're up by 32 at one point. We're down by 13 at one point. Game went pretty okay for the Lakers, I would say. Yeah, what do you guys think? What's your takeaways from this game?
I mean,
Obviously,
just joining you guys. My name's Case Charania.
Oh shit, my bad, boys. I'm
asshole.
I didn't even introduce myself.
We have Shaban, Safe, and Nabil on the pod with me.
We got the whole squad.
Our socials are Instagram, Waterboy and Equipment Manager, Twitter, Waterboy Manager, and our YouTube channel is, don't you forget it, www.com. No, I'm fucking with you. It's www.youtube.com/the Waterboy and Equipment Managers podcast.
Yeah, Case is on it today, man.
Bro, he's on something.
I was on it last week too.
Now back to what we're here to talk about. We're gonna keep it short today. We're not trying to go a full hour like we normally do, boys. And so honestly, the big takeaways, obviously the Lakers definitely let off the gas, mid-third, late third, and basically all the fourth quarter. LeBron and AD played way more minutes than I think I was comfortable watching them play for. But besides that, the Lakers shot an insane amount from three. They shot like 60% in the first half, and it went into halftime up by 20-plus points. I think that is something that is likely not to be sustained going on in the series.
Yeah.
If it is, and this is done and for, and that's for any team in NBA history, right? So I think that the Lakers will have to find something else in game two, and not rely on 60% from three shooting when they shot less than 33% the entire regular season and playoffs thus far from three.
Is it all that unlikely? LA finished 39.5% from three.
Yeah, if they shoot 40%, that's cool, but they're not shooting 60%.
I mean, again, Safe is right. This happened.
Yeah, I mean, they ended 40 on the game.
Yeah, they were just jacking up threes.
Another key point, they shot 93% from the free throw line.
Yeah,
the Lakers,
27 free throws, and I don't know if that's going to happen again.
LeBron missed one free throw, and then Caruso missed one free throw. That was it.
Now, before we go on, let's go ahead and give a quick update. Obviously, this is a developing situation with Goran Dragic. Apparently, the report is he tore a plantar fascia, that he's going to get reevaluated, I'm sure. That's what the reports are from Woj and Chris Haynes. That injury in the past, some players have played through it, getting injections like Joe Johnson. That's what Woj tweeted. And some players like Sabonis didn't even, play in the bubble at all this year. So I think it's kind of dependent. This is the NBA Finals, so if Goran can play, I would assume that he would. But you never know. With Bam, he did receive X-rays on that shoulder that he hurt in the Eastern Conference Finals and now carries over to the finals. And the X-rays came back negative, which is good news. And hopefully that means it's not all that serious, because obviously, losing Bam for the Miami Heat means Kelly Olynyk plays, and that we know that's not what we came to see. We hope to see that Jimmy Butler and Bam and hopefully even Goran can get back on the court and we can get some good games. Because honestly, that's what the NBA Finals is about. We want some good basketball on both sides. I think that's not the hottest take ever. Well, what are your takeaways from the game on the Lakers side, boys? What'd y'all see and what'd you guys like or dislike?
I think LA trailed 23-10 early in the first, and then they just went on a 55-25 run.
It was a 75-30 run, sir.
Yeah.
No,
it was right. It was something like egregious like that. It was
no, it wasn't
bonkers.
something egregious. It was that.
it was that run, Shaban.
Yeah.
The Lakers put their foot on the gas and just didn't let off until they actually let off towards the end of the third and then all of the fourth.
You couldn't even recognize
the last 16 minutes of the game.
Yeah. But, Goran Dragic, that's a huge loss if he's not able to perform at that same level as he has like before. Even if he does play for the rest of the series, he's not going to be the same player. Even when Joe Johnson, when he played through his torn plantar fascia,
Plantar fascia.
Yeah. Like when he played through his torn,
cut the man some slack, Case. What the hell?
Yeah, when Joe Johnson played through that, he was just complete buns, right? And as it is, like Joe Johnson
was
like
it
an
the
average
plantar
at best
fascia
player.
or was it Joe Johnson?
Hey, no, slander, okay?
Joe Johnson was already an average at best player, but when he tore that,
if you want to give me a Joe Johnson,
average at best.
Whoa,
wait, you know what that means? You understand the words in what you said. Anyway,
you sound like a real Skip Bayless right now.
Look, we're here to discuss Game 1 of the NBA Finals, in which the Lakers dominated. I'm I'm not completely sure how much worse the Lakers will shoot from three, but they will absolutely shoot worse than 40% for the game in all likelihood. But I liked to see the Anthony Davis that we saw tonight. Very aggressive in moments, very dominant in moments. He didn't shoot nearly as many jumpers as he has throughout the playoffs because I think he saw that there was an opening, especially obviously when Bam went down. And even when Bam was there, it was just they guarded him with Jay Crowder for a lot of the game. Sorry, Crowder. They guarded him with Crowder for a lot of the game. And Andre Iguodala got a few minutes on him. And then look, those guys are decent to good defenders, but not against
They're
Anthony
not guarding
Davis.
AD, bro.
Yeah, it's like, come on. It's very
Yeah.
difficult for really good big men to guard AD, let alone not so big men, right? And LeBron came out with a very different vision. He definitely scored the ball well and efficiently, but he also, like he does, set up a lot of guys. And sometimes it wasn't the pass, it was the pass that led to the pass. But the Lakers' ball movement, especially in the first half,
Bro, that
just felt
Danny
like they
Green
were-
drive down the baseline with
Dude.
the left hand whip to AD.
dude, it just felt like the Lakers were completely locked in, which is obviously
And then
not
we saw
surprising.
point Dwight Howard for a couple plays.
Yeah, right. Those passes that he made to AD, man,
Yeah,
those
he
were-
looked good. He looked really
He
good.
looked
And
good.
then and I like that they didn't overuse Dwight. I felt like they definitely played him a lot of minutes in that Denver Nuggets series. It felt like he was reasonably used tonight in spurts. And maybe that's just because we didn't really need him because the Lakers built up a huge lead very quickly and really didn't let go for the majority of the game. So
Dwight
maybe that's
Howard
why.
played 15 minutes.
Yeah, AD was just dominant on both sides of the floor, so they honestly just did not see the point in putting AD and Dwight
Yeah.
both on there together.
AD for Finals MVP.
Honestly, dude,
Well,
people are gonna
you
say it's
know,
gonna be
I called
extreme,
it.
but
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
It's LeBron.
It does. It genuinely. Let's go down this road since I think we're pretty happy with how we covered Game 1 on the Lakers side, and then we'll jump to the Heat side after this. What would AD have to do or LeBron not have to do in order for AD to actually win Finals MVP? Average like 40 a game, like 40 and 12.
I think just continue what he's been doing.
And LeBron.
Game one.
I don't think
can't-
that would be enough.
LeBron
I don't
just
think.
bring-
can't
I mean-
triple doubles every game.
Yeah, I mean, just bring it on both ends of the floor, which he did tonight.
You
with
don't
3
think
blocks tonight,
34, 9, and 5 is doing it with 3 blocks?
No. It is doing it. I'm just saying I don't think that's enough to take it from LeBron. LeBron walked in as a minus 110 favorite to win the Finals MVP, and I think that the narrative, regardless of how Anthony Davis plays or doesn't or whatever, is that LeBron is going to be the Finals MVP. Which, by the way, he
Yeah.
is the best player on this team. Anthony Davis is still an incredible basketball player. There's a reason why we say LeBron's the best in the world.
Well, I mean,
There's a
yeah,
reason for that,
this is. Oh, I mean, this is still game 1. It could very well change. LeBron has always been passive in game 1s of playoffs.
I mean, look, LeBron did have 25, 13, and 9.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
the
not-
dude had an
yeah,
but
insane
yeah.
game.
It's not
But,
like
like, by the time-
he didn't take the night off.
Yeah, by the time the game was practically over, he only had like 17 points. He only came in the 4th just to like pad his scoring stats
I mean,
a little bit. I feel
13,
like.
13
Alright,
and
you're
9.
literally reading me Skip Bayless's Twitter feed right now.
Is he really? Did he really say that?
It sure
Yeah.
sounds like you are reading it.
Bro, look, LeBron came in because he wanted to make sure that statement was finished. It wasn't to pass.
Yeah, I mean, he just came in to close it out, and respect to him.
Javon, you sound like a grade A hater, and that's okay because that's quite literally somebody's got to do it on the pod, and today it's you. Tomorrow it'll be.
Hey, I'm not even hating, man. It's fine. Like
You
LeBron
just said
gives me-
LeBron stat padded. That sounds pretty.
You're
hating to
wearing
me.
Miami Heat red, bro. Come on.
Also, both of you
It's-
motherfuckers are.
It's Google, by the way.
Google me.
Mine's
Google
Georgia.
me.
I'm just putting that out there.
But anyway, it's kind of hard to take away a lot from this game. But one thing that I really like to see, Miami went to that zone reasonably early in the first quarter, and then a little bit of the
And
second.
they got destroyed.
And the Lakers,
Destroyed.
the Lakers knew exactly what to do. They knew exactly how to rip that shit apart. No surprise, right? It's LeBron James and Anthony Davis. They should know how to.
And
rip it
Rajon
apart.
Rondo.
And Rondo.
I do want to.
But yeah, the Lakers ripped that zone apart, and I think that they
Yeah.
told the Miami Heat, "You're gonna have to guard us straight up. This zone ain't gonna fly. It's just not gonna fly because we're not the Boston Celtics. We're not whoever you thought we were. We're here to play." And then obviously, I really hope Jimmy Butler's ankle is okay. He seemed fine in the minutes that he did play in the second half. It's hard to take away much from the Heat from tonight as far as the second half goes because the game was out of hand very quickly. After the second half started. So
Yeah. How about Kendrick Nunn
that,
though?
like-
Before the second half started.
Yeah, it was.
We were up 20 at half, bro.
I'm
think-
saying by the time the second half started, I don't really take much away from the second half of that game because the game was already out of hand. Sorry, man. What's up?
So I think that like on the other side, before the final started, we talked about what LA had to do to stop Miami. They kind of didn't do any of that. It was more so just straight up man-to-man defense and just let the game come to them. And LA kind of just took care of Miami, which that to me is the most concerning part of the whole game. It's not
They
so
just
much.
outshot him.
Yeah, it's not. Nothing else was more concerning to me than that because LA didn't do anything special in defense. It didn't seem like Miami. I don't know what to say. That was very concerning to see in this game.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
look, the biggest adjustment is if Bam is out, this is a quick and easy series.
Yes.
I hope that Bam is back, and I hope he's feeling, 80% of himself, 85% of himself, because Kelly Olynyk or Solomon Hill or whoever they think is going to be that next man up is just, I mean, they're going to get eaten
You're
alive.
that's not gonna
forgetting
cut it.
Myers Leonard.
Yeah, Myers Leonard has played 9 minutes in.
Bro, Jared Dudley has more minutes in the finals right now.
Yeah,
J.R. Smith and Quinn Cook as well.
yeah. Myers Leonard's. I don't hate Myers
I
Leonard.
don't either.
He's a really likable guy, actually, but I don't think he's going to be playing
I mean,
anytime soon.
yeah, he's a
No,
good, he's a
honestly,
good depth piece, but
honestly,
he's not
it
going to be
would-
like the seventh man.
it wouldn't. But the thing is, look, if Bam, I mean, knock on wood, hopefully Bam is okay. But if he is going to be out, it would not be shocking if they called Myers Leonard's number. Assuming Bam is available to play, I don't think Myers Leonard is going to be playing in the series.
You know who needs to suit up?
Who needs to suit up? You done?
Udonis fucking Haslam.
Yeah.
So same thing I was
Two-time
talking-
NBA champion Udonis Haslam, bro.
same
Put some
thing I was
respect
talking-
on that
And
man's
I was
name.
like, Udonis Haslam, with how long he's been in the league, bro, he needs to be the GM of some team now. It's time.
I don't
Forget
even
coaching.
I don't even understand where that's coming from. That makes what
Yeah,
has
I
he
don't
done
either.
that's like, oh, GM.
What has he
Pronounces
done
the existence
in
I have-
his
I have no-
tenure, bro?
I have
In his
no
tenure,
comment.
what has he done?
He's
Literally,
been
he sits
around
on the
since
far
existence of
General-
back corner of
basketball.
the bench, just
Anyway.
cheering.
Anyway, before we get out of here, let's do a quick preview. What do we expect to see adjustments from Miami going into game 2? What do you guys expect to see?
I think if Bam is available, they move him onto AD. Jay Crowder is just not working.
Yeah. I
I think
that-
Iguodala will see more minutes on LeBron.
Agreed.
yeah, definitely agreed. I think the biggest thing is they're going to try to shoot more threes.
Oh
need
yeah,
to
they got to
shoot
get
more
Duncan Robinson.
Duncan
going.
I
Robinson.
was just about to
Look, the
say.
Lakers did a really good job running through screens and trying to keep that guy in check, and I think they did a pretty good job tonight. I actually don't even know how many shots he took. Let's take a
It
look.
felt
real
like he was
quick.
non-existent in the game.
He
Duncan-
made 2.
No, Duncan was 0 for 3 from the field and 0 for 3 from 3. He
Yeah.
only shot 3 shots, and he was off the and he didn't really do anything tonight. Quite literally nothing. Tyler Harrow was also a garbage time kind of guy. He was minus 35, which is absurd. He ended
It's
up
pretty crazy.
Hey,
yeah.
that's not bad considering he was minus 30 at the half,
So it only got worse.
yeah, it got worse, but
not as bad as
not
we
that
thought it would
worse.
be.
No, but I'm saying no. Look, it got worse when the lead decreased. We only
Yeah.
won. We only won by 18. We're up by
At
32
one point.
at one point.
Yeah, it will
Well,
be
yeah,
you know
Kelly
what I'm saying?
Olynyk was a plus 14, bro.
Because Kelly Olynyk is God.
Future
Anyway.
All-Star Kelly Olynyk.
Yeah, they're gonna shoot more threes. I think they're gonna say goodbye to the zone, or if they do play the zone, it'll be against the backups, the bench squad, the bench unit. They can't play that zone against LeBron on the.
But
when LeBron
the
is on
bench
the court.
unit's run by Rondo.
Yeah, sure, but they're obviously not with LeBron James on the court. LeBron James on the court is the problem here for that entire zone. Rondo's obviously going to know how to break it apart, but then guys have to make shots. LeBron could just go to the fucking hoop, and AD is going to be there to get to the hoop as well. They're going to play better defense. Miami will. They're going to shoot the ball. They're going to.
Oh, yeah.
We knew this Miami team was good. They're going to prove it in game 2. I don't know if it'll be enough to win the game because the difference between these two teams was enormous today. So I don't know if it'll be enough to win game 2, but they're going to come out
Didn't look
try to-
fair.
Yeah, they're going to try to come punch the Lakers in the mouth. As, by the way, I fully expect – I'm sure the Lakers expect them to do so as well. That's what Miami has done all year.
So
Right.
at the first
Uh,
8 minutes of the game, it looked like Miami was by far and away the better team on the court.
Definitely.
And then the last 32 minutes or so,
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
it looked like Miami was playing high school ball.
Yeah. And what I really enjoyed about that is that, even when like the Lakers were up like 25-30, like LeBron was still like shouting at his teammates when they were like missing rotations and they were missing their switches. Like that's a disciplined leader right there. That's how you win championships. You don't you don't take your foot off the gas.
Yeah, I think
You have to
that
realize only 4 of those guys have actually been to the finals before.
They actually said it on the
I
broadcast.
mean, that's true.
5 if you count JaVale.
I mean, you should count JaVale. He has 2. Doesn't he have 2
Yeah.
rings? JaVale has
He
2
has
rings.
2
right?
Yeah,
rings.
he does.
Give JaVale the credit he deserves. But Shaban, you're absolutely right. We talked about this on our last episode when we did the finals preview. The ability to have that championship pedigree and experience is going to matter. And clearly it does, right? And Iguodala is going to have to bring it for his team because I think he is the only guy that's been to the NBA finals on that team. Is that
He's been to
well,
6
and
straight.
Udon, right? And Udon.
Yeah.
Iguodala has been to 6 straight NBA finals.
Isn't that crazy? They said it on the broadcast, and I
Yeah.
was like, holy shit, that's so cool. That is so cool. But anyway, we're going to get out of here. And
Yeah,
thank you.
before we get out of here, though,
Okay.
really quick. So Jason Dumas, who's like the Sixers beat reporter,
I believe it's pronounced Dumas.
Yes, this is
is
pretty good.
Dumas. All right. Well,
Yeah.
he reported that according to sources, the Sixers brass were watching the game 1 of the NBA Finals with a special guest, now exiled coach Doc Rivers.
Exiled.
Yeah, there was rumors that people didn't want to sign him, which was stupid, but sure.
He was just fired
Yeah.
like 2 days ago, and he's going to get a job 2 days later. He's clearly still a good basketball coach. Just they needed to change. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's a good fit, but we'll leave that for the weekly episode afterwards. We'll see if he gets the job. He's going to get a job. There's no doubt about it. He's still a good
Mhm.
locker room guy, and guys still like him in the league. And he deserves a job. I'm not saying he doesn't at all, but we'll see where he lands. It looks like Philly's the runner up, and I mean the leader right now, and we'll see what happens.
I mean, the tweet literally says contract should follow soon.
Yeah, so that's not super duper shocking to me. I wonder what changes they'll make in Philly because Doc is probably going to want to make some changes on that roster. I mean, they should want to make changes anyway, but Doc is definitely
I
going to
mean,
want
they
to.
got to hire a GM first.
They do have a GM. They didn't fire Elton Brand.
Yeah,
They
Elton Brand's still there.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
unless
on the
Doc
way.
Rivers is going to take over that too.
No, he tried
It's
that.
on the
Remember?
way.
He tried that in LA, and that didn't work out so good. So I think he's just coach basketball, Doc. That you're clearly at least pretty good at it.
So last case was saying they need to hire a GM because they don't have a good one.
Anyway, thank you for listening, listener. We're gonna see you Friday night or Saturday morning. We'll probably publish the game 2 recap and reactions. Until then, see ya.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.